Well guys, 2016 is almost here, and what better way to ring in the new year than with another art book review from the Rotoscopers. So today we're going a little bit off the beaten path, steering a little bit away from art books that have inspired feature films and animated series. Today we're going to kind of look at a more independent art book. This is an art book completely comprised of the work of one artist, Matt Gazer. So it begs the question, who is Matt Gazer? This guy. So, Matt Gazer is an accomplished concept artist and illustrator, and he's worked on a lot of projects that you've probably seen and thought, man, I bet those projects had a pretty cool guy behind all of them. You're right. Matt Gazer has worked on projects like Aragon and Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, both video game projects. He's also been a part of the feature film Hop, and he's also worked on The Green Lantern, the animated series, amongst many other things. So, lucky for us, Matt Gazer shifted gears a little bit and decided to take all of these personal projects he's had in his back pocket and funnel them all into this book, Fantastical, The Art of Matt Gazer, and Fantastical it is. So Fantastical is split up into 5 sections. We've got first a gallery of work, followed by 4 separate worlds that Matt Gazer's pulled out of his brain and put onto paper, which we're really thankful for because they're awesome. So, what I really like is the foreword by Christian Altsman. It really sets the tone for the entire book, which I really appreciate, because Matt Gazer does have a really neat, like steampunk, kind of retro, sci-fi vibe to all of his work, and it's really, really neat. But what I really like about the foreword is that it really highlights the optimism and the sense of whimsy that kind of underlies all of that. And it's saying even in typically darker themes, Matt Gazer kind of pulls this sense of whimsy out of nowhere, and I really appreciate that because it really lets you see that as you're flipping through these pages, and he creates some really, really neat things. So what I really appreciate about this book is that no square inch is left untouched. Every part of this book serves a purpose. There are so many full spread pieces that take up both left and right page. They're these ginormous paintings and they're beautiful, and then you turn the page and you'll be back to these very, very fundamental sketches. And what I really like about that is that he'll juxtapose very, very rudimentary sketches against these full-fledged paintings, and you're really able to see the skeletons on which he bases these incredible masterpieces. And so it really kind of lets you take a peek into the way Matt Gazer thinks about what he's painting. And I kind of like that. It's kind of like a VIP pass into the brain of Matt Gazer. Another thing that I was continually impressed by as I went through this book was the amount of variety in his character design. You've got everything from very realistically rendered characters to robot cyborgs and to little itty-bitty people that have ginormous heads and itty-bitty feet, and I think that's so fascinating that he's able to go in there and give all of these characters such distinct personalities and distinct characteristics and make them all so different and so appealing, and each one of them has their own story, which you can read about in Fantastical. So as far as the art to text ratio, I'd give it like a solid 85% art and 15% text. If even that, it's a lot of art in here, and I'm not very good at math. But he's really able to let a lot of the art just speak for itself. And when I say sketches, there's a lot of sketches, which I really enjoy because I feel like the sketching process is usually kind of sometimes tucked away just to kind of feature the finished product a little more. But there are plenty of full-page spreads dedicated completely to sketches, which I really appreciate, and they're so detailed, and they're labeled, and they're annotated, and they've got, little notes, like I saw one note that said, what is this? Which made me laugh because I think it's funny that he kind of lets you that far into his mind, into his artistic process to see what he was thinking as he was sketching these things out. So yeah, I really, really appreciate that level of accessibility that he's given with his art and his sketches in this book. So let us know what you think of Matt Gazer's work. I personally think that it is fantastical, if I haven't used that word too many times in this review. But anyway, let us know what you think of his stuff. We're very fond of it. We're very, very glad that he sent us this book to let us review it. It was a very, very, very good read, and I really enjoyed it. So you can find this book on Amazon. We've got links down below. We've also got a link to Matt Gazer's website where you can find the book as well as keep up with a lot of Matt Gazer's current projects if you'd like to do that, which I definitely recommend. There's a lot of cool stuff going on his site. We've also got a link to this review in article form if you're more of a reader than a watcher. You can find that on the Rotoscopers website. And until next time, have a happy new year!